If your business is receiving a ton of emails that are becoming harder and harder to manage, then this automation will be helpful for you. This automation takes in all incoming emails, which means it answers generic questions with answers from your FAQ document or other supporting documents, and more complex questions it passes off to the right people and departments. Let's not waste any more time and get right into it. Okay, so here's our workflow at a glance. It gets triggered by an incoming email. Following, there's a text classifier node that uses an OpenAI chat model to classify the incoming email. In this example, we have 4 different categories: customer support, finance and billing, high priority, and promotion. I will also provide the description for each category in the video description down below. Let's take a look at what happens if the classifier labels it as a customer support email. It gets followed into this route where we have an AI agent that's configured to answer customer support emails. I will also provide this prompt in the video description. This AI agent is hooked up to our Pinecone database, which is hosting our FAQ document, which it will then use to answer the generic questions it receives. Here is the Gmail node that actually responds to the email. Following the response, we have an HTTP request that marks the email as read. And after that, it's going to log it into our Google Sheet where we keep all the logs of all incoming emails that the automation responds to. The following 2 branches look very similar to the customer support branch. The only difference is there is no configured AI agent. I did this in this example because most businesses would like to handle finance, billing, and high priority questions with a human counterpart. However, if you'd like to configure an AI agent for your finance and billing questions, we can certainly do that as well. We'll just create a new document in Pinecone, hook it up to an AI agent, create a prompt, and voila, you have an AI agent for your finance and billing questions. The last category will be promotions, which in this example, all it does is we add a label and trash it. Now, let's go ahead and write one single email and see how this workflow performs. Here I have a dummy customer support email. I'm going to go ahead and send this off to myself and then execute the workflow. You'll see here that it follows this route, which is the customer support route. And there we go, it's finished. Let's take a look at our interface here. We see that the email got responded. It also got a label, and it's also marked as read, even though I myself never clicked it in the interface. The automation did all of that. We can also take a look at our log and see that the email did get logged. If we'd like to add additional rows in here, we certainly can because we have the data available in N8N. But for this example, I just put the subject, body, message and thread ID, from name, and from email. Now, let's go ahead and publish this workflow, which means we're going to turn it on and make it run and check for incoming emails every minute. And after I publish it, or rather, right before I publish it, I'm going to send myself 8 dummy emails, and then I'm going to publish it to show you in real time how the emails change on the Gmail interface. Let's go ahead and get that done now. So you can see here that I have 12 dummy emails, out of which I only used 8 as an example because we will use 4 more in the next example in this video. I only used 8, and I sent them over to myself, from myself to this email alias. As you can see, I'm going to refresh the interface. There's no changes to the emails because the workflow is not published. I'm going to go ahead and publish this workflow now, and we will see in real time how the emails change in the interface. Okay, so as you can tell, we have our initial customer support email that we sent over, and then the 6 more that we sent here. We don't see the last 2 that I told you we sent because those were promotion emails, and if you remember from our workflow, those get automatically deleted in this example. We can always configure it to do something different based on your needs. but you can see that the automation did all the work of applying the label, answering each email, and then logging it into our Google Sheet here. Now let's take a look at how this works if I were not to send myself the emails, but send it from an external mailbox, just to show you that this works. I'm going to unpublish the workflow. That way, as I'm sending the emails, it doesn't automatically start working on them, but I can first show you that the emails do get delivered and then they get worked on. Okay, so as you can tell, we have the 4 emails that I just sent over to myself. I'm not going to open them because it's going to mark them as read, but we're just going to leave them here. Each one of these emails is from a different category: customer support, finance and billing, high priority, and promotion, just like I showed you in the workflow. Now, let's go ahead and publish the workflow again, now for emails that got delivered from an external mailbox, and see how it works. As you can tell, I just published it, refreshed it once, and we already see a label applied. Once I refresh it in just a few seconds here, we will see all the emails get worked on. And there we go. All 4 emails got worked. Our promotion email got applied a label and deleted. And the other 3 emails got responded to, applied the label, and marked as read. Let's go in and make sure that each email got an appropriate response. The high priority email says, "We've marked your email as priority support needed, and a member of our team will respond in the next 5 minutes. For finance and billing, we've passed along your question to our finance and billing team, who will respond in the next 5 minutes. And for our customer support question, thank you for reaching out with your question. Receiving automated emails twice definitely shouldn't happen." And then it goes into explaining some more details. Let's say that we wanted to add an additional tier to this FAQ document. So we just added this into the FAQ document on Google Docs, but we did not embed this into Pinecone. So therefore, the AI agent is now going to have access to this updated FAQ document, only the previous version, which does not include this section. Let's go ahead and send an email to our agent asking, "What are your different service tiers?" When we send this off, the agent is only going to have access to the old document, so it's only going to respond with the 3 tiers that were originally on that document. Let's see how it works. Okay, as you can tell here, the AI agent responded with 3 tiers. And that's because we haven't embedded this new document into Pinecone. So let's go ahead and quickly do that, and then resend the same exact email to see how the AI agent responds now. And there we go. The entire thing took less than 10 seconds. Let's go ahead and shoot off the same exact email asking, "What are your different service tiers?" and see how the AI agent responds this time. Okay, so this is pretty funny. It says, "Thank you for your inquiry about our services. We offer 3 distinct service tiers, but they mentioned 4. And the reason why this happened is because the FAQ document previously had said, "We offer 3 distinct tiers, even though there's 4 listed here." So this is the kind of testing and fixing that you go through when you're adjusting your workflow. But not to worry, we'll just adjust 4 here, re-embed this into Pinecone, wait for it to finish in just a second here. There we go. And then resend the exact same email one more time to make sure it works. Now this time, we will still get the 4 tiers here, but also in the introduction to the email, the AI agent will say we offer 4 distinct tiers instead of 3. Let's make sure this works fine. Okay, we can see that the automation is running now, answering our email, and it just succeeded. Let's go check it out. We can see that the AI agent said we offer 4 service tiers, and here are the 4 service tiers. So you can see now that adjusting an FAQ document, even if there is an error, only takes a few minutes, and the AI agent now has access to updated information. We can also see here that the Google Sheet continuously gets updated with every single email that gets sent, so we always have a log of what the automation is doing and who it's responding to. Now, you can tell here that adjusting or editing the automation only takes a few minutes, especially when it comes to just making simple changes to the FAQ document. These small changes are something that I'll be very happy to help you with. And if you're looking to integrate something like this into your business, you can find a booking link in the video description down below to book a time with me to talk about it. I'll also provide the JSON workflow, the AI prompt, and the category description, all in the video description down below if you'd like to test something like this on your own first. Now, if you found value in this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and reach out to me for any questions that you have regarding automations for your business. Thank you for your time.